up, everybody? My name's Till Peculiar, and welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. Now, before I just started this session, I turned on my headphones and they weren't working for half a second. I increased my volume and I have no idea what happened, but now I may be gone deaf because it just blasted the music so loud that not even, why am I down here? Where am I? Okay, let's go over there. It blasted the music so loud that it was higher than the registered settings on the headset. I don't even know how that happened. Alright, well, since I'm not deaf, and the headphones are working correctly, we can continue on, hopefully without any hitches. Alright, let's see. I believe we did this nah. Oh, no. Oh, that's an issue. That wasn't supposed to happen. Let's just load. What time is it? Let's load that. That wasn't supposed to happen. Alright. So I said that we did do this, but I don't think it's saved, so let's just go through it again. Of course. Whenever you rush, you go slower than how you would if you were going at normal speed. So let's not rush. Who rolled up the ladder? I guess it did save? But regardless, we gotta go back up. So I can find a grapple point to go back down. That was a huge waste of time.
I don't think I can get past them. Guess I should leave it for now. Not much I can do about those vines for now.
Special gear required to clear. Alright. Point of interest. There's one there. I really wish I knew how to get to that, but it's underground. It might be going through this cave area, but I don't know. Another question bloach over there. So we'll have to just do that.
Take this to a dyer later.
I know we can probably find a merchant to, you know, get more of these, but ooh, poison. Have y'all heard about the movie that's coming out during this time? No, whatchamacallit? Can't think. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Winnie the Pooh is now in public domain, which means people can do with it.
Climb up this cliff. I wonder if there's anything interesting at the top.
Yes, that's why we're going, Aloy. Now, hi, Wolfen. Now, Winnie the Pooh is public domain. Search the plaque page. Somehow I searched it from underneath. Okay, you, right here. People can do whatever they want, and now they have done a horror film of Winnie the Pooh. And it's coming out soon from the date of this video. I don't know what to think about it. A lot of people are saying that he's getting death threats or something, which I don't think he should. Why can't they go forward? There we go. Because, you know, everybody has unartistic creativity, and yes, some people will get criticized for what they're doing, but I don't think you should get death threats over it. But that's just me.
Not to let this stain my hands.
Let's stain your hands. Everything else is gonna stain your hands.
An old Karja watchtower. I don't know what's inside.
Another satellite. This one's a bit annoying to get to.
This'll keep. Okay, almost there. Made it. And there's another one of those devices. A lens. Guess I'll figure out what to do with it later.
Yes, you will. Alright, that's another tower done. And looks like that's all the question marks that I've discovered. Except doing this one. I'm so tempted because I think I know how to get there. I can't travel, can I? I guess I can. Oh no, I need a campfire. Hi, Wolfen. Alright. Should I, or should I come back to it? I'll come back to it. I don't need to do it right now. Right now what I need to do is go to Chainscrape. Hi, Wolfen. Nope, that's my hoodie string. You don't get that.
I can almost see the entire... I can
Yes, I love you too, buddy, but your nail is digging into my leg. You can almost hear him purring. Sorry, you know the rules. When a cat lays on you, asks for pets, you give them pets. Same thing with a dog. Same thing with any animal. Gotta show them affection. Alright. Let's keep rappelling down. There was no point for that. I could just jump down. Alright.
could use frost ammo against it. That must be Chainscrape. Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear, too.
Wonder if anyone else can see that. Probably not.
Cook should know what to do with this.
Outlander approaching. Is that the Savior? Wanna come in, Savior? Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jor's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flamehair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Must be someone round here.
Salutations, fair maid.
Ooh, dear quest. And time to discover this whole freaking area. Not that big. Alright. Inventory. New stuff. New stuff. Special stuff. Dawn, midday, morning, night. Midnight. Super midnight.
Hello!
Shop looks closed.
Yep,
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
I guess the coil spots later.
If I were a sober man, I would salute you.
Hope I didn't miss too much last night.
I don't have any coils.
Next thing I know, I'm running around naked with an apple in my mouth and an arrow sticking out of my ass cheek.
Wait, hold on, what? Who said what now?
Oh there!
Which one of you had the arrow in your ass? I'll take that. But what? I can't just leave that. Can I? The story? You all heard it too.
salutations to you and
Fine.
Hope to catch you soon.
Not. Why, can't you see I'm trying to drink here?
I don't care. Talk to me.
Hey, I'm drinking this one. You can get your own.
Hello there. Can't recall seeing you here before.
Because I've never been here before.
Clumsy, aren't ya?
Sister! Over here!
I wrestled
think
it.
I've had too much to drink.
I just that
Greetings!
Okay. The outfitter, he won't talk to me.
hey, why
Guess
are you so
did a
stubborn?
line. Sorry, Wolfen. Workbench. Hunter.
Are you a sight for sore eyes?
It's the arrow dude. It's really unknown. I will take all the stuff.
I didn't do nothing.
Hello!
Just rude. Who are you? Can't talk to you yet, of course. An unknown machine site. I can't get into it. That's no fun. Oh, wait, hold on.
Hey, Roy. Change your mind about that brew?
No, not yet. Leave me alone.
Hey, Ray. Fancy a game of strike?
Play Machine Strike?
Come to revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original, straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win at all my boards, too.
Oh no, this is gonna be like Gwent. Okay, I guess we're gonna be doing this.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakhs like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder.
One, two, three. Sprint. No idea what that means.
Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second machine. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to attack one of my machines. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that?
Yes. Yes.
Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh?
You
Now
told me
grab
to
that
do
second
it.
machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn, then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there, and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those, and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. I know it saved my behind in a game or two.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn a game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. I know I've lost my fair share of pieces after a night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
I'll think about it, but I will do it. I get skill points? What?
I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of Strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat power. As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now let's take a look at your machine's combat power. Combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage. Go ahead and test it out. There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's standing on grassland terrain. This terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain, which is worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it, which means my machine gets an extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power points. If we compare the combat power of both machines, you'll see that you won't be able to do any damage. Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. See? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still...
This is just chess 2.
Alright, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering for me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play. Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army. Knowing what each machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the same time. With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have. But a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type and skills. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that machine on your left. Alright, let's talk about the different ways in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the pieces. Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram-type machine. Attack an enemy with it, and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece, a dash-type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board before you send it off to the races. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you. Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do, so I made you a list. It's got all the tips and tricks we talked about, too. I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Let's play. I'm up. Board's all yours. Lucky me, you hit armor. Not looking good for you, Red. Off the board it goes. Oh, I thought I had that one. Good luck. Time to get serious. You're up, Red. Hey! Oh, that was the perfect spot. Hey! I like that piece where it was.
Oh, so you, Shh.
Time to make my move. One less piece on the board. Well, that's done now. Okay, let's see. Your move, Red. My turn. That's it for me. knocked right off the board. Just one piece left. That sure dampens the forge. That was brutal. I'm up. Oh, I won! Probably shouldn't sound so surprised, huh? This is gonna be fun.
Dang, this is kind of tough. Let me see, I should be able to do it.
Your turn. My turn. Your turn. Knocked right off the board. Okay, let's see. One less piece on the board. You're up, Red. Off the board it goes. Time to make my move. Oh, only one machine left. That was brutal. Time to get serious. I won! Oh, but I'll play
Dang
it
it.
again if you want. Here we go. Board's all yours. Okay, let's see. Well, that's done now. Knocked right off the board. Time to get serious. Your move, Red. That was brutal. My turn. Well, that's done now. You're just hammering down on my pieces now. You got me down to one piece. I am impressed.
All
Looks
right.
like I lost.
Let's keep going.
Let's do this. Time to make my move. That's it for me. One less piece on the board. I'm up. Off the board it goes. Knocked right off the board. Well, that's done now. My turn. That's it for me. Now that was a smart move. One less piece on the board. board's all yours. Time to make my move. Off the board it goes. Now that was a game, even if I lost. Good luck. Your move, Red. I'm up. Your turn. Seriously? That was brutal. Off the board it goes. That was brutal. You're up, Red. One less piece on the board. Knocked right off the board. Well, that's done now. You're up, Red. Well, spark my forge. You have beaten me on every one of my boards. Now that deserves a prize, I say.
Alright. I beat her on all the boards and I got 2 skill points. Oh wait, no. Beginner players defeated. I have not got 2 skill points. I've got a pushback strike piece, but that's about it.
You know where to find me, Red.
To the flame!
Eyes up here, sister!
Alright. That took a little while than I thought it would, so I'm going in here right now. I gotta take out my pups. I didn't realize how long it was. So next time I know I keep saying, we'll keep going on, but I promise you, even though I know I'm a bit slow on games like these, I like to enjoy it. So, with that being said, let's see. If I play it again,
You want to play, Red?
will it be more boards or... No, just her.
Oh, that's okay. We can always play later.
Yeah. So next time, we'll figure out what quests we need to do, and then we'll take it from there. So, with that being said, I hope you all stay a little peculiar, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. Take care, everybody.